customers asking me how to set up a field and then using contour segments, and just the easiest way to get started up. So we're going to start at the top button here, just add a new field. You can name it whatever you want, and hit check mark. And then the next button down is our boundary. So then we'll go off of recording worked area. Second one down, make sure that's green, check mark. And we're going to see it's going off of our implement, so we just got to go either left side or right side. If we're on the right side, check mark, and then this will start recording. So now we just drive in a circle, and what you'll see then on the right hand side is a red line, so then that's our field boundary. So we come in the corners, lift our implement up, and we can back up in the corner, something like this, and drop our implement in the ground, and it'll record that. So we're just going to do a 1 acre field today. Go through the process. Come in the next corner. This one, I'm just gonna sweep this corner here. So then when we get close to the end, this will show up. So you've reached the end. You want to close the boundary and stop recording. So just hit check mark on there. There shows our field. Hit check mark. Alright, so now our field's in here. So the next step would be to add a contour segment. So we'd hit this one here. Contour segments up on top. So make sure that one's green. Hit check mark. And then we want to generate it from a boundary. So since we already have a boundary made, let's generate the contour segment from the boundary. Hit check mark. So now you can see we have 2 segments. Depends on the field. You want 2, 3, 4, or 10. You know, it depends on how erratic your field is. So on this one, let's just change this to 4. So we have 4 up there. Check mark. Now you can see we basically have 1, 2, 3, 4 different lines. If we don't like that, let's just come up and let's do 3. Now you can see there's 3. 1, 2, 3. I think I like the 3. So we're gonna hit check mark on that. And then this is where you could name it if you want to name it a certain contour segment, but since we only have 1 in this field, I just leave it like that. We're going to use it right away, so we're going to hit the tractor, or the steering wheel. So here's kind of a little bit of a glitch within Fendt. You can see our way lines are over here and here. We need to do is center those more in the center. So this little button over here, and then you can see this all segments here. So whatever your width of the machine is, take half of that. So if we got a 32 footer today on the back, we're going to do 16 foot. If you had a 40 foot machine, you'd put 20 foot in there. So basically tap in there, put in half of your width of your machine, hit check mark. So then what we're going to do is just move them over. So tap on there. Now you can see all the segments moved over, and now they're centered 20 foot off the boundary. After you get that done, Just get lined up to your first segment, and go ahead and engage your auto steer. It'll run. So then when we come into these corners, basically grab the steering wheel and turn, and you'll see as soon as we get turned, tractor automatically picks up the next segment, so we don't have to change segments at all. So engage auto steer, and the tractor is going to run right where it needs to be. So we get this all done, then get your perimeters in, how many rounds you want to run around the outside, and then up here, then we're going to throw an AB line in to go back and forth. So let's get turned around here. So you can do this on your last pass, let's say along the one side. If you want to run an AB line along one side, you know where it is. So when you're running the last pass, you just come over here and then come up here, add AB, and then hit it there, and then push your A button here, and then I usually drive the other end of the field. You can see then underneath your tractor when you're running this line, there's going to be a line underneath your tractor, so then that's going to be recording your AB. We get down here the other end of the field, and you can either stop or just hit it, but you're going to hit the B button here. And then there's our AB. So if you want multiple ABs, let's go in here and name it. So let's say this one's north-south. So then I know I'm a north-south on that one, hit check mark. And then if we want to use that one right away, throw it on the steering wheel. Now we can go back and forth on that AB north-south line. So let's say we want to move back over to contour segments after we get that AB line done. Just come over here, and this will give us our list of way lines that are in there. So if I want to go back to contour segments, push that, check mark. Now I'm back on contour segments. So let's say there's a contour segment that I want to follow across the rest of the field. So on the south side, I don't want the tractor to be continuing to jump back and forth between contour segments until I get turned around here, and then find the line that I actually want to be running on. Get the tractor lined up here and up here a little bit further. So I want to be running on this brown line the rest of the way across the field. So there's this pin button here. So if I pin it on there, and that's green, now I'm going to be running across, all the way across on this same line, and they'll stay on that contour segment. If I want to jump around, I'm going to shut that off, and then it'll continue to change